Good afternoon, NDIS Network. We had a great meetup this morning online with some new providers and some old friends as well. And it's always good to hear about what's happening in the NDIS land and what services and products are out there for participants to help increase their choice and control. And this afternoon, I'm looking forward to having a chat live with Sean from Social Model. So I'll just request me now. Hope you've been having a good morning and afternoon now. It's been beautiful spring weather here. Hello, Sean. How are you?
Hello, how are you doing, Tania?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Sean. It was good to see you this morning in the NDIS Network meetup online every
Always a
Friday.
pleasure.
Yeah. And you speak so well, so I thought, why not have a little chat with you about your new service that you've launched. So tell us about you, Sean.
Okay, well, yeah, a little bit about me. I'm Newcastle born and bred, or more specifically, Lake Macquarie, around Wangi and Morisset is where I came up.
Nice.
But I spent the first 27 years of my life here. And then after that, moved to Melbourne for a couple of years, then the UK, doing London and Manchester for a little while. And then, yeah, late last year, the pandemic brought me back home. So now I'm hoping to bring all the skills that I've garnered over that time back home to Newcastle, Hunter and Lake Macquarie to assist NDIS participants to discover and achieve their employment goals.
Oh, wonderful. So you relocated from London, did you say, when the pandemic hit?
Yeah, well,
Mm.
most recently Manchester. I was
Yeah.
stuck there inside the house for about 4 months when the pandemic first hit.
Wow, that's hectic. How did you survive that?
I did like lots and lots of video games. At that point, yeah, my contract had finished up, and my partner was actually working from home while I got to sit there and play video games and watch TV. So it wasn't the worst in the world.
Okay, that's all right. Well done. That's a story you can tell your grandchildren eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about your professional background, if you don't mind, Sean.
Okay, yeah, I've been working since I was about 16. I have worked as a pizza maker for Domino's, a baker's assistant at a small local bakery, furniture and furnishings, telemarketer, got to go shelf stacker at Woolies. So I did that for a couple of years there as well. But my career really started when I began studying psychology and sociology at Newcastle University. And so a couple of years into that, I landed a part-time job working as a youth and disability support worker. And so I stayed doing that after I finished my degree. Stayed doing that full time then for another few years, four altogether, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then when my partner and I moved to Melbourne, I ended up working in recruitment, and I was actually hiring people to do the job that I'd done formerly, aged and disability support workers. So I did that for a little while. And then once we moved over to London, I was working in non-profit recruitment, so hiring people to do a variety of different roles. It could be fundraising or anything like that, working in the services face-to-face with people. But when we moved to Manchester, I actually landed a job with the Prince's Trust, which I don't know if anyone's familiar with it, but it's actually a youth charity that's quite big over in the UK. It was started by Prince Charles in the 70s. And yeah, I had the ability there to actually work with young people on helping them engage with employment. So doing a little bit of employment training, helping them out with interview preparation and things like that. And I just found it really, really rewarding. It was sort of getting back to my roots of working like with people who like might need that assistance.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, when I knew we were sort of coming back to Australia, I had it in my head. I knew what I wanted to do, and it was bringing that experience working with disabilities, and then also my experience in employment, and sort of putting them together. And yeah, started working with NDIS participants around employment, and recently launched Social Model on
Wow.
this Monday. So it's 5 days
Congratulations.
old today.
So this is your launch week. So Here's
Yeah.
your platform. So tell us about social models.
Okay, so yeah, at Social Model, we believe that everyone deserves the right to meaningful employment. And so, as I mentioned before, we work with NDIS participants in the Hunter, Lake Macquarie, and Newcastle region to discover and achieve their employment goals. So our services are a little bit different to what's going around at the moment. They're really personalised. So we do one-to-one supports that are tailored specifically to individuals' needs, rather than the group settings with like a one-size-fits-all mentality. Our services are also flexible. So a lot of other services, they'll be meeting with clients in their offices or have a fairly strict schedule of when they do their services. Whereas Social Model, we can see people at home, at school, in the community, via video chat, or wherever else they feel most comfortable. And we do try our best to adjust the daytime and frequency of the sessions so that they're what's suitable for the client, rather than trying to fit into our schedule.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's really person-centered delivery, flexible delivery.
Yeah, that's the plan. Just tailoring everything as much as possible to the individual's needs, which, it doesn't seem to be the go with a lot of other services. So hopefully this will be a bit of a change.
So are you mainly going to be working with people who are long-term unemployed or recently acquired a disability and recently joined the NDIS?
So I don't think we really have there's not really a preference either way. There's some people that I've worked with who have been out of employment for years and years and sort of have gotten used to different institutions or different systems putting up those barriers to stop them gaining meaningful employment. But then, I've also worked with some really like young people who are just there's a program that we run called the School Leavers Employment Supports. And that's working with young people who are either just finishing school or who have already finished, and just helping them make that transition from school into work, which there's a lot of services that sort of drop off after school, and it's really easy without those guardrails up for people to go off course and come up against more and more barriers as they go. Whereas our School Leavers Employment Support program hopefully will assist with that.
Oh, that's fantastic, Sean. Sounds really good. Sounds like you've got perfect work experience and some life experience as well. And
I hope so.
What do you reckon will be your point of difference? Is there anything going to be unique about your employment services that's different from others that are out there?
Well, as I mentioned before, there are some places that are doing personalised stuff, but they're not quite as flexible. And there's some places that are doing a little bit more flexible, but they're not quite as personalised. So I'm hoping to combine those two together, but also offer a holistic service. So rather than it just being about getting a job or finding a placement, it's being with the client from career exploration right through to support in the workplace. So hanging around afterwards as well to sort of nip any problems in the bud that might arise from new employment. We have like a broad scope with the capacity building activities that we can do as well. So we can do social and community engagement, transport training, skill building, education and training access, obviously job searching and applications, interview preparation, something called job customization, which I find quite interesting, which is working with employers and the client to, mold or carve a job for them rather than trying to put them in a job that's already there, to make something specifically for them that really works for everyone.
Oh, fantastic. Sounds really person-centered.
Yeah.
Really good. How would they get in touch with you, Sean?
Okay, so we're on all the social media, or most of them. So we've got the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn as well. But the best place to get in touch with us is just go to the website www.socialmodel.com.au, and there'll be a contact me section there, and you can get in touch with us and we'll be able to sort something out.
And do you have capacity at the moment for referrals, having launched on Monday?
Yes, yes. So I actually already have three clients that are sort of set up at the moment, all starting next week. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you're
Oh,
looking for help, get in touch. We've got capacity.
fantastic. All right. Do you want to give us your phone number as well? Or you'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
do it by email or website at this point in time?
Um, but yeah, I could do all of those. So
Okay.
obviously you've got the website www.socialmodel.com.au. The email address is hello@socialmodel.com.au, and the phone number. Testing my memory here, but it's
Yeah.
0403 159 592.
Well done. Well, good to chat, Sean. And tell me, we met in the NDIS Network online meetups. How are you finding those meetings?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic and invaluable with the circumstances that we're under at the moment in Western New South Wales with everything being locked down. It is, yeah, genuinely been great. One of the clients that I'm starting with next week has actually been through a support coordinator that I met through the first online session that we did.
Oh, that's great. That's really good feedback. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
hearing that a lot from people who have come, and it's helping them connect with participants and support coordinators. So, and it's still fairly small in numbers, but it's quite personal in that way. So you get a bit more airtime as well. And I've just opened up some sponsorships for those online events. So you can get a bit more bang for your buck there. It's $50 to sponsor an event, and you get a 2-minute spotlight sparkle to talk about your business to all the people in the room, and
yeah,
might
yeah.
even get an Insta live chat.
Cool.
Yeah, so, but Sean's not a paid sponsor at this point. I just thought he's a good bloke starting with a startup business, and I like to help startups to give them a platform to get a bit of publicity. And when it's such a good service, yeah, so wish you every success in your new business and much
Thanks
job
very much, Tanya.
satisfaction for you. Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's certainly a very satisfying job to be in.
yeah, that's wonderful. Well, yeah, talk again soon. Hope to see you on Friday, 11 a.m., the next meetup. People can buy tickets in the bio, the link's in the bio. Just look under events and you can grab a ticket for next Friday's meetup. Yeah, bye for now.
All
See you,
right.
Sean.
Bye bye.
Bye.